everyone, it's Nicole from the Elite Peasant here to give us our last portion to our practice for our yoga this week. Next week we'll start a new session with some different things that you can do. We'll also incorporate some yoga sculpt, so hopefully you'll keep tuning in. So today we're going to start on our back, and we're going to do some bridge lifts, we're going to do some core work, and we're going to do some stretches that we hold. But before we get there, we're just going to work a little bit on our core, and we're going to do that in our boat pose. So I want you to come to a seated space, and we're going to shift our weight onto our sits bones. So it's going to require us to lean back. We're going to lift up our legs. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can put your hands down, or you can do one leg at a time. It doesn't really matter. But if you're okay doing that, we're just going to come back, lift up our legs. Again, you can keep your hands down, or if you can find your balance, you can extend here. We're going to engage our core, and we're just going to hold this. And if you have to put a leg down, or you have to come forward and stop, that's okay. Just come right back into it when you can. And keep breathing. And then we're going to come forward. We're just going to take a nice stretch here, so straighten your back. We're going to take our right hand, we're going to tuck it by our left knee. We're going to drop this one behind us, and we're just going to twist. We'll come back and do the opposite side. Keep your core engaged. Now we're going to slowly lower down to our back. I'm not sure how well I'll be able to communicate while I'm doing it from my back, so I want to give you a little bit of a head start what we're going to do. We're going to keep our knees bent, we're going to come back, and we're going to lift our pelvis up and down, and we're going to incorporate our arms with it. This is called a bridge pose, but we're going to do a flowing bridge pose. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. And the next time you come back, we're just going to hold onto the mat for a moment. Then if you have a strap, this is a good time to get it out. We're going to take our left leg, we're going to lift it up high. If you have a strap, you can hook it on here. Keep your neck reclined. I'm only up so I can explain it to you. And then we're going to take a nice inhale. On our exhale, we're just going to let our leg fall open, only as far as we can keep both hips on the ground. It's more important you're gauging your core and holding your leg than how far you fold open. Then on our inhale, we're going to lift back up. We're going to straighten our right leg, and we're going to let this leg fall off to the other side in a twist. You can open your arms here. Then inhale, lift that leg back up. We're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to place the left ankle on the right knee and create a little window. We're going to be pushing this knee away, and we're going to lift up and pull this thigh towards us. And let your legs come back down. We'll windshield wiper back and forth. we're just gonna do the opposite side. I'm gonna sit up and explain this side to you. So you're gonna be raising your right leg. Again, if you have a strap, you can hook it on. And then take a nice inhale. On your exhale, let that leg fall open to the right. Again, only as far as you can keep both hips securely on the ground. You're using your core and your leg to hold the leg. The strap, if you have it, is just a guide. So you're not pulling with your arms, it's all coming from your core. We're just gonna hold that for a moment. So let that leg fall open. And then take a nice inhale and bring that leg back up to the center. Straighten your left leg and let that right leg fall over into a twist. It doesn't matter if your leg falls all the way over. You can control the deepness of the twist. And we'll just hold that for a bit. And then take another nice deep inhale. Now bring that leg back up to the center. We're gonna rebend our left leg. We're gonna bend our right leg. And so our right ankle falls on our left knee. We're gonna create that window just on the opposite side here. And then you're pushing this knee away. We're gonna pull the left thigh in towards us. And just hold that stretch. It's called a supine pigeon. And if you've ever done yoga and you've done a pigeon pose, you know it's kind of a pretty deep posture to hold. So when you do it in a supine position, it's a lot easier, it's a lot more accessible for most people. And quite honestly, you get pretty much the same results. And we don't have to hold it quite as long. If you can pull that a little tighter, feel free to do that. Try to keep your feet flexed so all your muscles are engaged. And then untwist, let it come down to the mat, keep your knees bent, and we're just gonna windshield wiper those back and forth. And then what I'd like you to do is just stretch your legs nice and long, stretch your arms nice and long as you're laying on your mat. And we're gonna take a full body stretch. So you're gonna be pulling through your toes, you're gonna be reaching through your fingers, and really try to elongate yourself on your mat. Feel how your breath feels. Do you feel a little bit longer? Maybe you can get a few more centimeters, and just really extend and enjoy that moment. It is one of the most beautiful things when you can just stretch. And we're gonna bend our knees, we're gonna pull them in tight to our chest. You're still laying on your mat here. Pull them in tight to your chest. And we're going to maybe rotate a little bit. I'll show you how that looks. Let me turn this direction. So you're gonna pull them in, and maybe you're rotating a little here on your tailbone. And then maybe reverse the direction. And then bring your knees back to here. Open your arms in a T, and we're just gonna let our legs fall off to the side. We'll drop them to the right, and we'll shift our head to the left, and then we'll do the opposite. And take a nice deep breath. We'll switch to the other side. Now bring your knees back to the center. If you're familiar with Happy Baby, we're gonna come into our Happy Baby pose before we get into our Shavasana. If there's another pose that you prefer, feel free to do that as well. Now here's the best part. As as you get ready for Shavasana, I want you to just lower your body down onto the mat. I want you to relax your legs in their most comfortable space. I want you to relax your torso in its most comfortable space. Let your arms fall wherever they feel best. I want you to take a nice deep inhale. And as you're breathing with a nice deep inhale, I want you to quick do a body scan. See if you notice any tension you're holding anywhere. And if you are, see if you can let it go. And then close your eyes, take another nice deep inhale, and just on your exhale, let your body melt into that mat. And I want you just to stay here, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever feels best. And just let your body absorb all the activity, all the movements, the postures, the poses that you've taken part in, and really let this be a restorative practice. It's been great working with you. I hope to see you at our next session next week.